Franklon is maybe the only gang from Sac that is not black, that is full of coons, Mexican or not. Why? Because, like I said, they used to be syndicate. They used to be like the Asians. No one knew about a fucking Franklon. That's why people start trying to rob their asses. In a sense, they used to be like the cartel. They were just Nortes that will turn you into a pack that is focused on money. Somewhat like the Asians, guys. Now, they are just another criminal street gang that will turn you into a pack because they got involved in the black politics, guys. It's fucking simple. Now, just like Fab and Stars, they already had some bullshit beef, as in Franklin and Fruit Ridge. And then it died out, and then it sparked back up when someone named Bad Boy and Big Fox robbed a Fruit Ridge member. The Fruit Ridge member got his get back not too long after and killed the Franklon member that robbed him. Now, I don't know whose dad got killed, but one of the Franklon members who robbed the Fruit Ridge member, one of their fathers got killed in revenge for committing that robbery. Now, I may have left some out, but I don't think I have. But it's Norte hoods in pretty much every fucking corner of Sacramento. The Heights, Oak Park, Valley High, the Gardens, North Highlands, the Diamonds, Franklin, and Northgate. And the Gardens have Nortes, and they changed it from the Gardens and put an O-N, and it's a Gardons. Same with the Diamonds, Diamonds, and same with Franklin, Franklon. The Diamonds, aka Diamonds, are off of Power Inn and Fruit Ridge. And like I said, that's not Briss's Fruit Ridge. That's the opposite side, you know? And they have something called 1734. That is the two separate sides of the Diamonds. And the 17th side is rumored to have been pinkies up. But the 34th side of the Diamonds are not fucking with that shit. And Briss's only body that I've ever heard about came from someone from the Diamonds. And scroll down my Patreon videos, and I talk about that. Clear as day, guys. Now, OPN, which is Oak Park Norte, they are pretty much their own faction. They do not fuck with Franklon at all. And to my and everyone's surprise, they're not even clicked up with Zilla or Fab. They at one point even tried to click up with the Star members. Amazingly, guys. Now, a lot of people wanted me to expose OMB E. Manny as being a fraud because he is from Oak Park, but he's pinkies down. But he is a Oak Park Norte, guys. And what I just explained his whole entire career as a coon. Now, I don't know if they still are, but they probably are, guys. But North Highlands Nortes, they are basically Mozzie members because they are pretty much stars down, and they have been seen with notable Mozzie members. And I know you guys remember when I mentioned when E. Mozzie got that shit bag and the people who were involved in that shooting. One of the people, which is No Play Cap, he actually is in prison for murdering a North Highlands Norte that was clicked up with the Mozzie members, and his name is Active Ace. I have no idea what happened, but long ago, a certain time, you would never have to worry about a black being on the receiving end of a Mexican's gun or vice versa. But now, it seems as if the Mexican Norte politics, not the Sereno, but the Mexican Norte politics, guys, is getting integrated with the black politics. When two gangs beef, and then it dies down, or it's a peace treaty, and then it sparks back up, it always gets sparked up worse, guys. And it seems like their beef kept going up and then down. But when that Franklon member's dad got killed for that robbery, that made it into a war. And yes, some murders happened back and forth, but the biggest one they took, Franklon, is when Flox got killed at Sac City College in front of everyone, on camera, broad day. Fuck. Now, the Fruit Ridge members, their main kick-it spot is or was Heights Market off of 3900 in Fruit Ridge. And Briss was, you know, he was a youngster hanging with Alfie and Shane. And the main hood from Fruit Ridge is, you know, Fruit Ridge Vista Bloods. And not main hood, I meant to say main set is Fruit Ridge Vista Bloods. Now, here's the part where I don't give a fuck, because my mind is made. I honestly don't give a fuck who's the hardest Norte hood, because it's clearly Franklon. But, to be honest, guys, Franklon, in my opinion, is the hardest gang in all of Sacramento. Guys, Franklon don't wear Franklon on their fucking foreheads. You don't know who is from Franklon unless you know them or grew up with them or beef with them personally. But if they want to kill you, more than likely, you will get killed by a Franklon member you have never fucking seen a day in your fucking life, even on social media. Now, somewhere down the line, a Franklon member has caught a body from every clique and every hood and every set just about. Now, can every hood and every clique and every set say the same thing about Franklon? Franklon has killed a Star member, a fucking Oak Park member, a Heights member, a Northgate member, and maybe even an East member, guys. Fur Ridge, and they even killed their own, guys. A well-known, popular Star member named D. Jada dropped out, allegedly because he turned snitch, but he was still out robbing people. And he robbed a Franklon member for a lot of pounds of weed, guys, like everyone tried to do back in the day. And they sent a hit out on his black ass, and they caught up to him and killed him, guys. And he was with a Oak Park member when he died, but the Oak Park member shot back. But, you know, what happened had happened. D. Jada passed.
It's no snow on the floor. He's really skiing in Coney Island on a hard top. What we do in Coney Island, Khaled? Real son, we keep it real.
Drugs was like Metaview's CML. Let's be honest, guys. And he had an altercation with some Franklon members. And he has old school ways and old school customs, guys. Old school street customs. And I don't know what was the reason why he got into it with the Franklon members. But they sent a hit out on him, guys. And it caught up to him only a few days later. Now, you guys were meat-hugging saying that Millie is not from Franklon. But what fuck does it fucking matter if he was sent by Franklon members, guys? It does not matter if he was a GD from Chicago. His ass was sent by Franklon. This was the last person Briss seen before he passed. Now, look at that fucking face. Who on earth would want to get killed by this fucking young man, for lack of better terms? Moses was a little-ass boy, but where was he from? Franklon. Now, Moses is allegedly Flock's little cousin or relative or something like that. And Briss kept dissing Flocks in his music. So that was more than a reason versus the money on Briss's head, you know, to carry out that hit. And guys, let's be honest, you know, Briss got did pretty fucking bad, guys. Now, I mean, no disrespect, but facts are facts, guys. The way Briss got done, that is what the Franklon members are doing to people, guys. Your favorite people. Think about it, guys. Now, there is a slept-on hood called Triangle Park Serranos, and there's a member from there named Chi-Chi, and he is pinkies down. But ironically, he hangs with all Nortes, and the Franklon members got wind of his little pinkies down shit and caught up to him. They spotted him and his friends in a car and shot the car the fuck up. They got out the car and ran into the house, and bullets were still flying through the house, guys. That's how the Franklon members get down. Also, the Franklon members had something to do with late-night Reaping Bloods. Blood brother, Peter, getting killed off of Franklin and Florin. And even though he was killed by mistaken identity, guys, it still happened. And by who? Franklon members, guys. The Indians have a old-ass, soft-ass gang called the Punjabi Mafia. The Asians have KZT and MOD and Hopsin and all that shit. They're more like the Mafia. You know? The Mexicans, as in Franklon and OPN, mostly, guys, they are somewhat like the cartel. Now, let me reiterate that. Pretty much all of Sax Nortes are about their money, guys. It's money first. You know, they'll handle their shit, their dirty work, most definitely. But it's always been money and weed and drugs first, guys. That Mexican demon time bullshit did not exist until the little TYS days, guys. Every Mexican is structured in Sacramento. And it's the same way in prison. That demon time shit is only with the CML and Mozzie and the Black Coons. And I am no way in shape or form racist. But if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then I'm pretty sure it's not a fucking pigeon. Out of all of these gangs, I would want to say the most dangerous to deal with is the Asians. But the Asians, like I said, are not a criminal street gang. They are more like the Mafia, who will turn you and your family into a fucking pack. The Indians are washed the fuck, and they don't even give a fuck about being anything worth a fucking gang or anything organized, guys. They are just fucking rich. When it comes to the Tongans and Samoans, they are mostly Crips in Sacramento, and they are, yeah, with the shits. But they are not the hardest, guys, and even though they killed Flock, like I said, they are just simply not all that dangerous. They're just gangbangers. Now, I am pretty sure we all know that the Stars and the Gas and the Mozzie members are all with the shits. But I don't know if it's levels to being with the shits. Because the Mozzie and the Star members, they are pretty much reckless street punks. They are nowhere fucking near organized. Now, it's been plenty of blacks that have been killed by Mexicans. And it's been blacks with names, guys. And it's not been too many Mexicans that have been killed by black members. Why? I have no idea. Franklon is just simply that gang, guys. They have the money, they have the structure, and they have the shooters, and they have the numbers, guys. They have the fucking numbers. And with all that money, they have a lot of power. And you know-it-alls can come in the comment section, you know, with your know-it-all bullshit. But you name a gang in Sacramento who has more members in prison or jail for murder. Please tell me one gang, or even two combined. You know, almost all of Franklon's members are in jail for fucking bodies, guys. That's why they started sending other people that wasn't from Franklon to do their fucking dirty work. Use your goddamn brains. And another popular term in the coonery world, in the death and destruction world, is standing on business. And what other gang from Sacramento, you know, stands on business like the Franklon members do? They place hit on people's heads whenever someone violates. They're come and get your ass a fucking day or a month later, and next thing you know, you're on a fucking shirt. It's as simple as that, guys. No other gang operates like that. Yes, it may be on site with the Mozzie versus the CML members. It may be on site with this member and this member. But as far as coming to where you fucking sleep and following you and finding out where you stay, all because your pinkies is not going up, you know? That's how the Franklon members get down. They will come and get your ass. When Dick killed Rob, it was quote-unquote up and stuck. When Zillizo died, it was even more up. When Jack died, it was up and it was stuck. When Jade got killed, it was up as fuck. But I noticed that whenever a Franklon member kills another member that's notable from any and fucking every other hood or gang, it's never a war declared, guys. Now, Franklon and Fruitridge have been beefing and, you know, going at it for years. But in my opinion, the pressure on Franklon that has been applied is fucking subpar because they have shed so much goddamn blood in the streets. And they took so many notable members and did so much shit. High profile and low, guys. They're responsible for some shit, guys. Now, SGA, Sacramento Gang Archives. I am not trying to start nothing. And please do not accuse me of trying to start anything, guys. I'm giving Sac's history and I'm, you know, just stating a opinion that may be a fact. And it's just a topic for discussion. It's as simple as that. Sacramento Gang Archives, I'm out. Stay tuned for part 3, and it will be about the inner funk between Franklon